So, you've decided to visit Norway. Congratulations. You've chosen the land of eternal happiness, where everyone is a Viking god who skis to work and lives in a minimalist house overlooking a fjord, or so the internet says. The brochures promise a Nordic utopia, flawless social democracy, beautiful people, and a national crisis over butter shortages. Norway tops happiness charts and seems to have cracked the code to life. You expect to be greeted by Thor, a gluten-free waffle in one hand, a social welfare handbook in the other. But reality is a bit different. The people are lovely, but not mythical. They have bad hair days, get stuck in traffic, and complain about cheese prices. The main difference? They do it all with a quiet, stoic dignity. Norway is built on practicality, not magic. So before you pack your bags for paradise, let's peek behind the curtain. We'll explore the Norway that doesn't make the highlight reel, the surprises, the quirks, and the reality checks. This isn't a takedown, it's a friendly guide to the secret side of an almost perfect country. Because perfection is boring, but almost perfect, that's a story worth telling. Every tourist comes to Norway with a checklist. Number 1, see a fjord. You've seen the photos, majestic cliffs, blue water, a tiny red house for scale. You imagine a life-changing moment, but reality is a boat packed with tourists, all angling for the same shot. That red house, probably an Airbnb that costs more than your flight. The fjords are stunning, but after a while, one giant wall of rock looks a lot like the next. Nature here is beautiful, but also commercialized and crowded. And the trolls? Not lurking under bridges, but smiling from every souvenir stand. Keychains, magnets, t-shirts, the fearsome monsters of folklore are now Norway's Mickey Mouse. Their terror replaced by price tags. Instagram filters out the mundane, but the real Norway involves rain, crowds, and lots of waiting. For ferries, buses, and that elusive moment of sunshine. The adventure isn't just the sights, it's navigating the reality outside the perfect frame. Norway is magnificent, but it's a real place, not a fantasy. The true experience is learning to appreciate the beauty and the crowds, the weather, and the wait. The magic is in the messiness, not just the photos. So take your shot, but don't forget to look up and see the real thing. That's where the real story is. Interacting with Norwegians is a cultural puzzle, especially for Americans. We're used to smiles and small talk. In Norway, that's met with polite confusion. Smile at someone on the street and they'll likely look away. Not rude, just respecting your space. It's a social bubble so big it could have its own zip code. You might find yourself in a silent standoff at the grocery store, both waiting for the last carton of milk, communicating only through nods. Norwegians are masters of silent cooperation, holding doors from a distance, never making eye contact. If you're too loud on the bus, you won't get a shh, just a deep, disappointed sigh. It's social correction without confrontation, and it works. Once you crack the code, you realize it's not passive aggression, it's respect for shared space and peace. Friendship here isn't built on small talk, but on shared silence and mutual respect. Once you're in, Norwegians are warm, loyal, and genuine. It just takes patience, and maybe a love for overpriced coffee. It's a different kind of connection, one that's earned. And honestly, it's kind of refreshing. Let's talk about Norwegian food. It's fresh, local, and will cost you a fortune. The real national sport? Finding ways to charge $20 for a sandwich? Even a 7-Eleven hot dog feels like a financial commitment. The food scene is a mix of tradition and modernity. Brown cheese, brunost, that tastes like brown cheese and lutefisk, a gelatinous fish soaked in lye, more science experiment than meal. Norwegians call it a delicacy. I suspect it's a prank on tourists. But it's not all weird cheese and scary fish. The salmon is world-class, the summer berries are sunshine in a bite, and then there's Taco Friday. Yes, the whole country eats tacos on Fridays. It's not authentic Mexican, but it's a beloved ritual. To survive the wallet heist, embrace the grocery store and the humble packed lunch. The tap water is better than bottled, and simple meals are your friend. Eating in Norway is an adventure in budgeting and simplicity. You'll leave lighter in both wallet and waistline, but with a new appreciation for the art of the homemade sandwich. Sometimes the best meal is the one you make yourself. Norway has 2 seasons, winter and waiting for winter. The weather isn't just small talk, it's the main character of your trip. The sun icon on your weather app? A cruel joke. You might get 11 minutes of not rain between downpours. The Norwegian wardrobe is all about layers. You'll sweat, freeze, and get soaked all in one day. The rain isn't gentle, it's sideways and personal. This constant weather battle explains the national obsession with coziness. When it's gray and wet, Norwegians retreat inside, light candles, and wrap up in wool blankets. Is survival disguised as lifestyle? It's why their interiors are so beautiful. They spend a lot of time indoors, but when the sun appears, it's a national holiday. Parks fill, cafes overflow, and everyone basks in the rare light. A sunny day here is a gift, a reminder to cherish the small moments. You learn to soak up the sun because you never know when you'll see it again. Getting around Norway is a lesson in quiet efficiency. Public transport runs on time, down to the second. Miss your bus by a minute and you'll feel like you've broken the system. The journey is silent. A packed bus is quieter than a library. Everyone's in their own world, headphones in, eyes on the window. As an American, you'll want to chat. Don't. The silence is sacred. Train rides, especially Oslo to Bergen, are breathtaking. Mountains, waterfalls, endless vistas. The trains are clean, comfortable, and designed for the view. Here, silence feels right. You just want to watch the landscape unfold. Even in remote villages, the bus will stop for a single passenger, connecting scattered communities. Public transport isn't just about getting from A to B, it's the thread that ties the country together. It's a moving sanctuary, a lifeline, and a window into the quiet heart of Norway. Sometimes, the best stories are the ones you imagine as you glide past, and sometimes, the silence says it all. Most tourists stick to the highlights, but real Norway lives in the suburbs. It's not glamorous, but it's where you see the country's true character. Suburbs here are a masterclass in understated conformity. Neat houses, muted colors, manicured lawns. No plastic flamingos, no political signs, just order and consideration. The excitement is in the details: robotic lawnmowers, playgrounds safer than theme parks, and walking paths everywhere. It's a world built for families, community, and the outdoors, even in the rain. This is the hidden Norway, peaceful, content, and quietly impressive. You won't get a great Instagram shot, but you'll glimpse what happens when a country gets the big things right. Sometimes the ordinary is extraordinary. The Northern Lights, the holy grail of any trip to northern Norway. You picture vibrant ribbons dancing across the sky, but the reality is hours of waiting in bone-deep cold. Tour guides offer hot chocolate and stories, but sometimes all you see is a faint, moving cloud. The photos, long exposures. To the naked eye, the aurora is often subtle, ethereal, not a psychedelic light show. Still, the magic is in the chase, the hope, the anticipation, the shared silence under the Arctic sky. Norway's wonders don't perform on command. The sun, the whales, the aurora, they all have their own schedule. It's a lesson in humility and patience. You can't schedule a miracle. You can only show up and appreciate what you get. Even if you miss the lights, standing in the silent Arctic wilderness is its own reward. The real wonder is learning to let go of expectations. Sometimes, the best memories are the ones you didn't plan. Norway's magic is unpredictable, and that's what makes it special. The chase is half the fun. So, is Norway perfect? Of course not. Perfection is a myth we tell ourselves about places we don't fully understand. Norway is real, expensive, awkward, and often gray. But its beauty isn't in perfection, it's in the honest attempt to be good. It's a society that tries to care for its people, protect its land, and create stability for all. Community matters more than individualism, and quiet contentment beats loud declarations of happiness. The social contract isn't just theory, it's lived reality. You come for the landscapes, but you leave with respect for the people and their way of life. Happiness here is about peace in the everyday, about. Would I recommend Norway? Absolutely, but go with the right expectations. Don't chase a fantasy, bring an open mind and a raincoat. Norway's true magic is in its quiet, complicated reality. In a world obsessed with perfection, a country trying its best is more than enough.